Hey Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome to the third and final video in our very first attempt at Battlestar Galactica Scattered Hopes, sorry. Now we had a couple of events clocking around for us. I guess we could in theory re-roll the shop, but we can't really afford anything. We do have a crisis brewing, but that requires us to solve a thing. We're pretty low on supplies. We could try to create supplies. We do have a lot of farming ships. It might be better for us to try to repair up our two mining ships to use them as tanks. Maybe we just repair a bit, and then I guess because we're low on supplies, we will do an emergency early harvest, but oh man, okay. We'll take advantage of this opportunity. Let's have a look here. Okay, because the military's influence is high, we're getting a new thing here. The pilots have come up with a plan. So allied squadrons will do extra damage. I think this is just straight up a buff and it doesn't actually require me to do anything, does it? No, we got to do 2 battles without assigning Ian Arendt. I don't think that's worth it. I think we're better off assigning him. Our Meyer, I don't think he has any assignable traits, so we will leave it there. I think we're just going to go to the next battle. We have plenty of Tillium. We could, in theory, do a jump. The disease aboard the A gear has gotten much worse. Number of infected increased. Okay, take the necessary measures. People will die if we're not careful, sir. Right now, Commander. Oh, the situation got worse because I didn't deal with it. Well, we can deal with this with hero points a little bit easier. I didn't realize that these situations could get worse because I was just ignoring it. I'm going to ignore it again and I'll use hero points on that next turn. Let's go ahead and put 1 invest into early harvest just so that we're ready to pull any of those. We'll select our civilian defenders. We'll use our mining ships because they're the healthiest ones that I have. In terms of our hangar setup is just fine. I don't think we need to do any repairs in here. We only have 1 weapon, so let's go ahead and jump in and start the battle. Yeah, we've repaired our ships, we've assigned our heroes, we've leveled up our ships and heroes, we can't afford any upgrades, and we have selected our civilian defense. So I'm fully expecting things to get really difficult from here on. There is a crisis objective available here in Thulk, which would be nice. So I may go there just because of that. There is a shop here, but we don't really have the scrap to buy much in the shop. I just don't feel confident. Okay, so we got a Gorgon-class frigate, type A control. We do have some asteroid fields that will help us protect ourselves and also enemies. All non-Cylon missiles entering are redirected towards the Gunstar. So we can't use missiles inside this range. He's got the Overload Emergency EMP Discharge, which is every 10 seconds upon battlefield arrival, 1 Cylon unit will gain Cylon Overload Emergency EMP Charge, which is every time the unit's hull points go under 50%, it applies a stun to all units within range of 15 TU. That's worrying. And he has Offensive Flak, which is the ability to fire a barrage of continuous shots for 6 seconds and slowing enemies, which is worrying. So he's kind of like our ship a little bit. We've got all of our units deployed, we've got our regular weapons deployed. I'm tempted to do an emergency jump, but I think I should try to farm a little bit of experience. Let's go ahead and unpause. We've got a hacker coming in. So hackers have EMP homing missiles, I believe it is. Fires a long-range missile applying stun. Bit of a problem. Then we've got electrostatic bullets. Unit applies immobilize every time it deals damage to another unit. Okay, so that's actually very concerning. They're pretty good range, so I think I'm going to want to use my fighters pretty close to the defense line here to take these hackers out. My Raptor, I'm going to move forward. My fighters, I'll move forward. My Viper in particular is going to have a struggle. Yeah, he's going to have to play basically like backline defender, while my Wolf is the one going out, I believe. We've got Cylon Flak firing here. We've got a couple of hackers and heavy raiders. Let's get you into position to be able to deal with those. I want you in position to fight this hacker if you can. Good stuff. We've got Cylon Flak all around. I need you to get out of that. Wow, you are just super stunned. You are immobilized and stunned. It's really, you know what? I think I'm emergency. Signature bypass. Get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of there. Undeploy everyone. We're just going to emergency FTL. I think this is too dangerous for us. I'm okay if the Viper gets damaged. Let's just emergency jump. I think this would have been an absolutely devastating battle if I'd stayed to fight it. I'm going to unscathe the Viper to save on scrap here. I think I basically had to do that because I was in a really bad shape. Now, his morale is getting low. We can do another security scan. We have kind of figured out who the Cylon was. So let's have a look. Use the hostile to fleet's advantage. Each extraction will increase their braking gauge. The Cylon will attempt something desperate. I can airlock him. Captive hero intel. Let's go for a captive hero intel. You've been harassing Horatius Fernandez. Questions. You wonder why he's trying to escape his deploy. Alone with him a brief moment, he wants to talk. I managed to detect an SOS. The survivor out there is waiting for you to come and save them. Give me their coordinates. Okay. Seems he's telling the truth. We managed to break him. Emergency jump is free at any time. So this is like an elite fight again. Oof. Okay, so who is my healer again? You're my field medic. So the first heal is free. So let me heal you. You don't have any special abilities, so I'll use you to clear... Well, Meyer is really good at tanking damage. He's always going to take the minimum. So I'm going to use Meyer to treat the ill civilians. And then I'm going to supervise health tests with Almeida. Although Meyer has leveled up. Let me see what he's got. Nuke salvaging isn't bad. We'll go for nuke salvager. It gives us kind of flexibility in getting those. Almeida will clear this. We are going to get hit by another crisis, but I think that's fine. The CIC needs you, Commander. Workers blockade. So the workers relationship is too low. The mechanics are walking out. Nothing is being produced. As a result, we're taking some pretty serious scrap losses. Okay. Take a gesture to calm your officers. We need to show a little force, break up the strike immediately. They're only hurting themselves. No, we need to send someone else to do their jobs. Okay, 40% supply cost increase for 2 sectors, but doesn't affect security center costs. Lock the Asham and we lose 20 scrap every 4 turns. This would mean it would need to be pretty much... We pretty much have to immediately deal with the workers' blockade, and I think we need to deal with it immediately. So this crisis here, we need to infiltrate this ship. I'll send a hero to do it. Go ahead and infiltrate. You got some experience. Our team is inside the Asham. The mechanics are prepared to blockade. Keep pushing. Now, L. Douglas did level up there. Storyteller's really good. They already have Bard and Humanitarian. Resilient is quite strong for getting extra health. Let's see. You are an ace pilot, so I think Storyteller could be a great way for us to keep our fleet health up. We need to talk with the angry workers. I'll send a Rent in to do that. And hopefully this will calm them. We have to use all of our hero points on this, which is brutal. And then we're going to build their systems with this person. Commander, mechanics are here back to work thanks to your help. I've left a few Marines to watch over them. Exactly the type of behavior that makes them hate us even more. Yeah. I know we're not at war against our own kind, but I didn't really have a choice. Needed emergency in the CIC, another crisis. The workers are still tense. Well, the meeting with the workers leaders is useful. They're on strike, blocking production of hull shields. Ugh. Every cost and scrap across the fleet will be much more expensive. Calm your XO down. Okay, we need to negotiate with them, I think. Continue without the hull shields. We'll make do with whatever damage our ships take. I think I just don't have the points to handle another crisis. Hopefully the workers come around. Maybe I can make them friendlier by going to the bar. Well, no, first of all, let's do this. Commander, I'm picking up a signal. The last 5 minutes felt like hours. You receive an SOS, a lost ship in space calling for help. They're alive. You ask your comm officer to patch you through. Are you real? I thought we were done for. Our ship is badly damaged. We have survivors, but I don't know how many. Several decks have been sealed off, sir. I'm picking up survivors in different locations. Prepare to rescue teams. Okay, so to search for stranded civilians, a unit has to stay within 25 TU for 10 consecutive seconds. All right, we got to go do some scouting. We've also got an escape pod, so we're going to have to do a variety of scouting. My fastest ship is the Viper. So I will send the Viper to do a lot of the scouting, and I'll use the Raptor for defense. Right, good call, Wolf. Go clear that striker. You're on a heavy raider. Good, clear on that raider. You have been slowed, that's fine. Fire a missile at that heavy raider to help out the Raptor while you clear this. Then go search this ship. I'll move the Raptor up slightly for better coverage. You're clearing, perfect. Recovered another person. Get over here inside this circle. Get up here to assist. Make this guy flee. You recovered him, nice. Be ready to clear the strikers. Target acquired. Undeploy all units right now. I'll undeploy my wolf, and then I'll undeploy my raptor, and then I'll undeploy the viper. The viper's the fastest. Now everyone's in, we can jump. We didn't even need to use the flak cannon there. Your attention is needed, Commander. We saved every single survivor on the ship. Today's a good day. The ship's captain was the last to board our rescue party. Let's welcome our new friends. So we should get a legendary hero of some kind. Reynash Perez, who has peace of mind. XP gained from POI situations increased by 50% for all heroes as long as all ships' hull points are above 50%. So that's actually really great. Now he does have a hero point. We're low on Tilium, which is a problem. But there is drifting equipment. Getting a Gunstar weapon right now would be sick. So I will go there. Send a salvage team. I know that my last Tilium, it's worth it, believe me. So we got the high intensity EM cannon. Let's go ahead and take that. And we can fix the leak. So this should clear off the radioactive emergency. We've got another emergency. Workers are tense. Multiple stabbings, risky business. We'll try to handle this situation if we can. We need to try and get the workers to like us more. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a single Tilium refining done. I'm going to go to the bar. I'm going to play cards with the workers to try to improve our relationship with them. And I'm going to offer them some supplies to bring them back up to fair, which should hopefully stop them from having negative events. In terms of the bar, that's the only event I can do. I could do more in security. I could eject this guy. I don't think we will. And I think we'll continue to do emergency Tilium refinery. We also airlocked a new body this morning. Lots of radiation poisoning. Worrying. We do have a opportunity. The workers. Good news on the workers front. With a bit of extra work, they could give us extra scrap and supplies. Let's see here. Beautiful. So we do need to do this opportunity if we can. Resolve 2 wreckages. Got it. So we're going to try to keep the workers happy. I am a little bit sad that I won't be able to get more equipment. And we are about to go to a Dratus contact here. So I'm going to set myself up. I want to try out this new EMP weapon. Fires an instantaneous long-range shot at the target that does 300 damage. That's really good. I would like someone with cooldown on that. It's kind of hilarious that I can still technically deploy this guy. So what do you got? You got AoE and you've got cooldown. I'm going to put the cooldown guy on here and I will put the AoE guy on this. So now my flak has a bigger AoE and my EM cannon fires faster. Quite a bit faster actually. The EM cannon is the kind of ability that I needed. I can't clear this civilian conflict just yet. I will be using someone for that. We just had too much demands on our time units this battle. Right, let's go ahead and jump in. I know that my Tilium reserve will be empty when we arrive in the next sector. We will need to pick somewhere with Tilium. Both places have Tilium. We do have, in theory, an elite Cylon battle. Tilium can be extracted from a wrecked refinery. I am going to go to this top one. Alpha Alram. So we've got a Cerberus class frigate, a Type A defender. Type A defenders are the most worrying kind for us, because if I remember correctly, they give a lot of max hull, and they don't let us use nukes inside this range, which is a bit of a problem. Let me undeploy this and deploy the high intensity EM cannon instead, and we can unpause. Right, we've got elite raiders. These are the guys with extra evasion, which is a problem. And we've also got a protector here who provides damage resistance. Big problems for us. We'll deploy you on this. I'll get my wolf on him, and I'll get the viper on the protector. The viper will two-shot the protector. We only have to survive 2 minutes, which doesn't sound like a huge amount, but it really is. So who got the extra health? It looks like you did. Can't quite tell who got the extra health. Or maybe it didn't trigger yet. Good stuff. We've got elite raiders and protectors. Alright, we cleaned them up. Let's position you up this way. You clear out these raiders, I hope. These guys feel a little bit closer. So I'll have my wolf and my viper work on this area first. Let me wait till these guys spawn. And then I'm probably going to deploy flak on them to help my guy over here. Okay, clear him, clear him. Hopefully the flak will kick in, slowing them down, doing a bit of damage. It's a problem. Good stuff. We do have an EM pulse cannon to fire. We could clear a protector with that in a single strike, which is good. Let's move in on these elites. So the second they spawn, we'll get a single strike on them, which is good. Let's fire the EM cannon at the protector. That should one-shot it. Beautiful. Then we'll pull back slightly. We have 14 seconds until we have flak again. We do have an elite protector. I think we need to fight these elites first. I'm wondering if we can use a missile to kill the fixer and then use the raptor to kill the protector. I think that makes a lot of sense to me. So I'll use a Viper missile to kill the fixer, which will mean that the raptor only has to clear protector, and the raptor is the best for tanking heavy raiders. While these elite raiders here, let's get both of our fighters on the elite protector so that we can potentially one-shot these guys. I instantly deleted him. Let's fear these guys because I feel like they're all aggroed. Fire the missile at the fixer. So they're de-aggroed, which is what we wanted. The fixer didn't actually die, so we need to target him. And then I'm going to bring the wolf over to assist, while you get one more kill before peeling off. We do have flak available, and we are going to need to use it. Okay, I'm going to drop a flak here. Probably going to tap a protector. Didn't quite get the kill. Let's try to get one on this. It's hard to tell what's going on. I need you to kill that fixer because he's going to undo the flak damage. You need to tap that heavy raider, and you need to chase down these elite raiders. Yep, the civilian ship is taking damage. That's okay. Heavy raider's gone down. Chase them down. Who does more damage? Elite raider? I think the heavy raider does more damage. I need you to one-tap these. Come on. You've got a missile. Your missile does 160 damage. Got 44 seconds left. You've got multiple raiders targeting you. You have a single raider targeting you, but you're my tankiest. So I don't think I need to worry about that. I don't like how low your health is. It doesn't make me happy. The Viper is also very low. I think we're going to let things play out here a little bit. I'm going to pull you left because you can one-tap these raiders. I need you to missile the guy who's on your case, and you need to shoot him too to tank him. You're tanking a protector. I'm going to need to pull you back now. Make these guys flee, and we got to help this guy out. Huge if we get this kill. 26 seconds is all we need to survive. The raptor has a huge number of dudes on him. So this does 270 damage. The protector has a ridiculous amount of health. We could one-tap that fixer here, which would be good. Right, one-tap the fixer. You can one-tap the elite raiders. As long as you don't miss. I'm going to keep pulling my raptor deep left to buy time. Come on, guys. I need you to be one-tapping here. Beautiful. I'm going to use my raptor as bait and probably just leave it. Let's pull the wolf back slightly. Pull the viper back slightly. I'm going to turn the wolf around to try to get this kill. He missed. Get this kill. Come on. Okay. We failed all of our kills. Let's try to undeploy. Yeah, I know the squadron was destroyed. Turn and shoot. Turn and shoot. No kills. Retreat. 9 seconds. All my ships are undeployed. Come on. Come on, hold. Hold. I'm clicking. Jump, jump, jump. Okay, we got out without losses. We took some critical hits, but nobody died. It would be sick if we could get some Tilium. Unfortunately, this got wrecked. It would be nice to get a big heal on one of our civilian ships, the Hippolytus. It would get us out of critical damage range, which would be nice. Yeah, we have a lot of problems brewing. Not least of which is a Tilium problem. The problem is we need a Tilium to get a Tilium. So I have to clear this. Our Meyer is my best target for this because he'll always roll minimum damage, so we're going to use him for this. Now, unfortunately, when we roll for another Tilium refining here, we are going to trigger a thing. What can we do in the bar? Secret deal. There's not much we really can or want to do there. Yeah, I think we need this Tilium so that we can get more Tilium. We are going to trigger a crisis. The CIC needs us. We're going to handle with care, which is a new crisis. Red alert in the CIC. The air smells of panic and fear. You remove all emotion from your voice and ask the chief tech for a report. Explosion confirmed in the squadron deck. Commander, gas leak, probably accidental, no victims. But engineers are reporting heavy damage to the squadron. Hull micro holes, torn pressure joints. With the damage to the aircraft, the silence will shoot them down more easily. You have to do something. Gods, there's no way I can find spare parts in the wreckages. Or we'll close the whole squadron deck and focus on repairs, just repairs for 2 jumps. So this would mean that we would have 1 less ship for the beginning of a battle, which I think this is very handleable a downside. So we're going to bypass this crisis and just accept that we're going to be down a ship for the first 40 seconds of a battle. We still get a 3rd ship for most of the battle. Now that's terrible and it sucks. We are going to lose more fleet health and our squadrons still take more damage, but that's okay because we do now have the scrap to potentially look into doing an R&D. Technically speaking, we could get a 4th squadron here if we could get a 4th ship, which would really up our combat power. Alternatively, if we check our R&D lab, critical systems installation would be fantastic as it would allow us to more efficiently repair. I think in terms of our fleet logistics, we're very comfortable, but a lot of our ships are below the critical threshold. So I do believe at least 1 or 2 critical systems installation would be great because the improved repair would be fantastic. And I think we're going to go with 2 because that's going to lower our critical threshold on our ships, meaning most of our ships now are cheaper to repair and won't have as many critical hits. All right, let's repair you a little. All right, I've repaired up my ships above their critical hit thresholds. We do have some of these crises to avoid. Neither one of them actually does health, but it's still a problem. I think we want to make sure we get some Tillium here. So I'm going to send Valisenko as he is a Tillium scavenger. And now we can't ignore these. Are all of my ships above 50% health? I believe so. So I'm going to send Perez here on this mission to triage injured passengers. We airlocked a new body, extreme radiation poisoning. That's this one. I know. Minus 20 fleet health every 4 turns. Painful. There's not much I can do right now because I just have so many other things vying for my attention. Alright, triage the injured passengers. I am tempted to airlock Fernandez. Incredulity rips through the CIC. Only minutes earlier, a civilian shuttle peeled away from the fleet and then disappeared from the Dreadnoughts entirely. Those civilians wanted to help. They must have had a gold mine, I'm sure, but I just don't know what it was. And now they're lost in space, unable to communicate, and we have no idea where they went. Valisenko seems a bit lost. It happened so fast. We should follow protocol, sir. Interrogate potential witnesses and explore the last known location. It's a waste of time. Let me look for them. I'll miss our next jumps, but I'll rejoin the fleet, I promise. He appears extremely confident as if the gods have entrusted him with this mission. So we could lose Perez, who's my new hero. I have 10 turns to solve this crisis, or I can lose this guy. I think I'll try to solve the crisis. This crisis we absolutely need to get rid of. Or can we live with it for a little bit? We have so much fleet health. If I vented her Fernandez, I'm going to airlock him. Listen, the Cylon looks just as surprised as you are. Sorry, bud. I sucked into the void. Back to your stations at once. So we spaced a Cylon, which I think was the right choice for the situation, as that'll open up a crew slot for us. We do have some level ups. One of these ships leveled up. We do need to repair the Raptor. Looks like the Wolf has leveled up. So we get the Magnetic Scrambler, which means all enemies within a radius have their damage decreased. 56 TUs is about the same range as its attack. 20% damage decreased is actually really powerful for defending. Engine Jammer Explosive Missile. Launching a long-range explosive missile applying immobilized to all units within the affected area. It does range, area of effect, duration, and cooldown. It has 3 uses per battle. I do like Retaliation, the idea that if this ship is in a brawl with another ship, taking damage turns its health pool into a DPS pool. Magnetic Scrambler is also pretty interesting. The engine jammer is really good if I can get a really well lined up flak as well. I think crowd control abilities are super, super powerful, so I am going to go ahead and take that. Let's retrieve a new crew member. I will make use of this person who is a bard who will heal up my fleet by doing it. So go ahead and grab that. So we got Nicholas Lau, who has defensive maneuvers. He'll make his squads harder to kill but slower. Almeida is ready to level up. I really want a gun. Let's see. Assigned squadron abilities gain 30% cooldown as the hero enters battle with at least one. Ooh, that would have been really good. If this had also the effect of refilling this when you pick it up, that would be sick. Prepared is really good. 35% cooldown on top of rapid shot would mean we'd be able to use the EMP gun like really, really often, but it does mean we have to basically make sure this guy always has a hero point available. So you have peace of mind. Longer squadron abilities is fine. I think we'll take, I mean, fleet health really isn't a problem. I think I'll reroll. Combat training is really strong. Getting experience every time their squadron destroys a unit is really damn good. This is what our chief tech has, which got them to maximum levels. So we could actually level this guy up really fast now. So the idea here is we use Valisenko. No, we use this guy to fix this emergency. I thought I would have to do both. That's annoying. I wasted a hero point on Valisenko. Good to hear. I need the scrap more than anything right now. All my people like us. That's really annoying. It's annoying that you can't store more than one hero point. They've got Underworld people offering services. Let's see, we can take the scrap, but their power will increase. Okay, I'll give them a little bit of scrap because we just got some. Oh, that's so annoying that. I didn't think that that would solve the crisis. I should have solved it with her. Like, if I was being smart, I would have. Now, we could hit up this mining rig and get a lot of materials. We do also just need to do a lot of repairs. What if I were to take another level in critical systems insulation? We would heal twice as efficiently, giving us a ton of scrap efficiency. So there's a repair. I'm using my mining cruisers as my civilian defenders. I've got one action left in Valisenko, so let's just grab some scrap with Valisenko. Really annoying that I missed out on a hero point. It's fine, it's not a big deal. It's not like I could have used it for anything. But there's Factory Devotion. We should get a boost to our scrap production. Yeah, scrap and supply, which is great. We've got another opportunity here, miracle production. Because the Underworld's influence is high, they've just made us an offer. Found a way to mass produce potassium hydroxide, a chemical agent useful in fuel production. Let's start saving some scrap. And we will get Tillium after that. So if we have 100 scrap, we can trade it for fuel, which is not terrible. Let's do a Tillium emergency refining just so all of these are ready to, like, we're ready to pull the trigger on all of them. We will pop into the bar to see what we can do before we go to fight the Dratus contact. I don't think we need Tillium. I'm going to try to improve the morale of my squad mates, and I'm willing to spend resources on this. Ooh, one hero will get +1 in this sector and the next. That's actually really good. Her morale is good. I think everything is set up. My hangar is right. Everything is good. We're going to go ahead and deploy into the battle. The only thing I may want to consider is changing the pilot of the Raptor for the new guy, as this would allow me to get extra levels on him, which could open up new opportunities for my fleet, which I think is a reasonable choice because she doesn't really... Oh, she has two hero action points. Nothing I can spend them on. Really sad. Let's go. Okay, where's our next sector? Okay, we've got a safe sector without a foreseeable crisis and a rebel trader. This is shipwreck, drifting equipment, ammunition depot. It would be nice to have a few extra nukes, actually. So an extra squadron could be interesting too. Do I want a squadron or equipment? That's the real trade-off here. I think I want equipment, so we'll go to Delta Mayim. So we've got a Phantom-class frigate with a Type A Deceiver, which I'm expecting a lot of stealth to be coming at us in this battle. All units deployed have a chance to gain Silo Mutation Dratus Signature Cloning. Units with this mutation will spawn with Dratus Signature clones. The original clones are impossible to distinguish, but the clones will disappear when taking any amount of damage and won't deal any damage. Every 10 seconds, one unit will gain Silent Overload, which gives them evasion, as long as their hull points are under 30%, so we want to be one-tapping them. It's going to be a tough fight. I am half tempted to emergency jump, but I think it is worth it to try and get the experience. I will deploy the Raptor. I'll get the Viper up here onto the Dodger, and I'll get the Raptor onto this Dodger. This isn't available for a little bit, but that's okay. Man, he did not one-tap that. That makes me sad. So the Dodger has high evasion if two people aren't shooting at it. So we need to focus fire. What have we got coming in? We've got infiltrators who will gain stealth if they don't attack for a few seconds. That's fine. We'll just prepare to intercept them when they appear. Okay. You did not one-tap them. Then go intercept this. We've got some more infiltrators appearing. All right, let's drop flak here so we can clear out the clones. Let's fire the EMP here to clear this out. I need you to tap... Oh, no, you should not go in there. Get out of there. I'm going to get my Viper to intercept this. I need you to shoot that missile. Really badly, I need you to shoot that missile. Okay, you shot it. Good job. We can't deploy you just yet. I need you to fire a... Kill this elite dodger. Can you please drop a missile in there and get them to flee? Need both of you on the elite dodger. And then both of you on this dodger. And then both of you on this dodger. And then we're going to deploy the wolf now that time has passed enough for this. We've got 2 elite dodgers coming in, which is a problem. My Viper is in trouble. He has multiple dodgers on him, so I'm going to pull him back. I'm even going to undeploy him for a moment. We've a ridiculous number of Dratus contacts, and we're only halfway through the battle. I am super tempted to... Alright, redeploy the Viper now that we've cleared aggro. I'm super tempted to emergency FTL here. Especially with 3 nukes coming out. Undeploy, emergency jump. Okay, my Raptor got damaged. But, let's see here. Okay, so we can get +1 fuel. We could save the Raptor. Let's save the Raptor. The scrap is worth a lot here. So this is a Cylon boss sector. We won't be able to emergency FTL the boss, so we will want to bring nukes if we can. Okay, miracle production has passed. The Underworld shuttle is board. They've come for the scrap. Just want to make sure you're still in favor of the deal. Deliver the scrap. I need that fuel. I have to turn lead into gold. Wax poioic when it comes to metal or fuel. The fuel they're making is excellent. You smile and pat Cyrene on the shoulder. Great. So we should get 6 fuel out of this, I believe. We definitely want to obtain some more nukes for this battle. Let's see. Advanced Warfare Lab, Kinetic Accelerator, Gunstar Weapons, Navigation Systems Overrider. Upon activations, all units within the radius of 250 U from the Gunstar are forced to target it for 20 seconds. That's actually really useful. Defense gun. Upon activation, automatically fires at... Ooh. The defense gun is insane. We could have a ridiculously high uptime on this. I'm going to buy the defense gun. I'm going to fit it to my Gunstar with this prepared hero. It pretty much has 100% uptime. Yeah, it doesn't do as much damage with him, but 100% uptime on a defense gun is really, really good, even if it's relatively low range. We are going to get a crisis here. Let's go ahead and pop into the bar. I think I could burn some supplies to get some hero points, which I think is a great idea. Perfect. So she's got 3 now. So we definitely want these nukes. Obtain 1 Tillium from each nuke gained. And he's a nuke salvager. So we could get a bunch of Tillium and nukes here, which is fantastic. Beautiful. That's a huge win. We could get some more equipment. I don't know if we need to do that. We could get some scrap, which I think is a fantastic idea. Who's my best scrapper? Nobody's really hurt, so I'll use you. I don't need the field medic trigger. Alright, we have an opportunity triggering. The offers have voted support the fleet for the upcoming fight. The help will be small, but we can't be picky. All squadrons deal 5% damage per level of influence. That's actually really damn good. That's a 15% damage increase. That could take us into 1-shot territory or even 2-shot territory for certain enemy units. I don't know. It would be nice if we could deploy a 3rd weapon. But it's 160 scrap. We're going to have to make do with what we have. We do have 7 nukes, which is going to be big. So I think what I do is I just try to fully heal my mining ships and use nukes to tank my way through this fight. I have no real way to spend my... what do you call them? I mean, I may as well grab a piece of equipment here. There's no reason not to. Let me actually use someone who could level up from this. This guy could level, so let's go ahead and do it. Now, he's not the guy that I want to make sure always has a point, right? That's Almeida, okay? I don't want to use Almeida's point. We got the EX missile launcher. Launches an explosive missile every 35 seconds. That's really good, too. Let's see. Assignable squadrons. Every time an allied unit gains 30% max hull and is for the remainder of battle and is fully repaired. Ooh. Carry on. Carry on's pretty good. Combination of defensive maneuvers and Carry-On makes this a very hard to kill unit. We are going to be going into battle now. I don't know if there's really anything that we can do. I guess we could do this. I'll use Valacinco on this emergency. We also have another opportunity. Good friends with the Underworld are giving us a bonus. 3 evasion per level of influence of the Underworld. That's great. Let's interrogate the passengers. We'll use Valacinco for this as well. All right, lost civilians. Some good news, I think. We managed to pinpoint the location of lost civilians. All we need now is a rescue. Wait a minute. Watanabe, stop. Something's happening on the Dratus console. Something bad. A distress signal. They're being attacked. Prepare our birds. We're going in after them. Of course, sir. Okay. Due to an engine failure, civilians both shall have to take shelter inside the wreckage of a ship and now being assaulted by silence to need assistance. Let's jump in and help them. It's an opportunity to get some levels on Perez here, actually, believe it or not. We don't know which ship they're in, so that makes sense. Okay, we're deploying everything. We're deploying flak and high-intensity EM cannon. I would prefer to deploy the defense gun. Okay, enemies are attacking some of these ships, which is a problem. Clear that Tempest, Viper, go start collecting passengers. Well, that's a problem. Undeploy that weapon. Go ahead and hit that heavy raider. We will deploy the high-intensity EM cannon instead. We'll fire a missile at this guy to clear him. I can't believe you got baited out of this by that action here. That's so annoying. We've got a mine dropper as well, being really annoying. Alright, that one was empty. Viper. Move on. We've got an elite heavy raider. Go take... Don't get shot more than you have to. Go take this on. Get out of there. I'm gonna deploy the wolf now. Can you fire a missile? I need to get you in range of this guy, actually. Some of these ships are in trouble. Save them if we can. Alright, we recovered, which means we can get the hell out of here. Undeploy everyone. Boom, we're done. We can jump now. Alright, so we saved the civilians. We avoided the crisis. We got a little bit of experience out of that. That actually will get Perez a level, which is perfect. I failed! What? I think that's a bug. Fine, take the supplies. That's outrageous. I succeeded. The workers are offering a gift to help for the final battle. +5 max hull for all of our squadrons. That's beautiful. Perez, I want you to get a level up here. So he's got combat training. Let me reroll something that will actually be useful. Carry On is okay, but I want something really good. Come on, give me a real squadron thing. There we go. A little bit of scrap every time you kill something. Cool. One for all, peace of mind. Let's do it. Whatever. We didn't really get lucky there. It is what it is. Let's just do one of each emergency harvesting to close out the end of the sector. We've got no more repairs that we need to do. And that's that. We'll go to battle the way that we're set up. Although max hull versus experience, I don't think that makes a huge difference. Let's start the battle. I can't afford anything else. We have 7 nukes to play with, which is ridiculously good. We're going to be firing nuke happy. We are going to meet up with the Battlestar Galactica. Dude, I'm getting Frisian. We're against an enemy Basestar, the Hyperion. Amelia Watanabe. Spooling the FTL jump right away, Commander. The fleet has received coordinates. Here we are. It'll be over soon. As the comm rings out in front of you, everyone stays quiet in the CIC. Lee looks at you. Slowly, you put your hand on the receiver. Sorry, I'm late, Commander. I really am. The voice is soft, almost reassuring. Still, you know it's coming from the Battlestar on the Basestar on the Dratus. Hate to keep you waiting. How inconsiderate of me. What do you want? Commander, multiple missiles incoming. Well, to save you, of course. What else? It's gonna be like that religious fanatic, the minister. Most of us feel resentment, even anger towards you. I do not. I feel peace, tranquility. Why wouldn't I? How could one feel otherwise, knowing that tomorrow your kind will cease to exist? You monster! The day of reckoning has come, humans. Soon all will be over. Just let yourself go. Okay, there's no way we're killing this thing. But let's see, high intensity EM cannon. Let's make sure we deploy the defense gun and the nuclear missile. I wish I didn't assign a hero to it. It's fine. But that's what we're going into battle with. We've got a heavy raider coming in. Immune to slow, immobilize, and stun. We've got an elite striker, which applies slow, is immune to everything but taunt, and does extra damage as long as it has high health. That's a really high threat unit. So we're going to want to hit that striker hard and early, and then a regular striker. That one should be pretty easy for us to deal with. So let's get both of my guys in position to fight this heavy striker. We've got an elite mine dropper coming in as well. That'll be a problem. This guy is immune to taunting. Huge. We broke his armor and then we bopped him. Let's activate the defense gun. I think it's too early to fire a nuke. Because the cooldown is 30 seconds. Let's prioritize the heavy raider. The defense guns are firing here on the left side, which is keeping us safe. We've got elite snipers coming in, which are going to be a problem. I'm going to prioritize taking care of the snipers on the south side, or on the bottom side of the map. The elite snipers are scary. And we do have defense cannons. Enemy nuclear missiles are en route. I'm going to drop a nuke right here based on enemy movement patterns. Yeah, I know my ships are taking damage. There's only so much I can do. The nuke will do work. Make sure you clear that. I don't know if I'll be able to clear that. I don't think you're in this, but I'm going to move you slightly to the side anyway. We definitely can't let the borders get to us. You were not meant to take damage there. Let me activate the gun. Civilian ship is going down. The border is in doing work. Whatever this systems disruptor is a problem. Fire a rocket at the elite border. Got an EMP coming in. That will stun us. Which might mean that you're dead. We'll deploy the wolf. You keep getting disrupted. This is a problem. The border got on. That's terrible news. We've only made it 50 seconds. Oh God. I've lost a raptor. Get out of there. Hit the nuke. Don't let the nuke through. Oh, sweet. Jesus Christ. We're losing civilian ships. Get the infiltrator. Make them flee. Get out of there. Deploy the gun. Just leave. No, he got immobilized. Oh, that's really bad. He's so dead. Rip. That is so many ships. I think we have to deploy the nuke here now. Alright, we lost a Viper. That's okay. Fire off that control weapon. Immobilize those guys. There's the big nuke. Oh my god. We are in trouble. I don't know what that is. It's a mine dropper. You need to fall back because there's something hurting you. Is this thing gaining range? Jesus. Activate the guns. Take out the missile. We lost a civilian ship. Oh my goodness. We're about to take nuke damage. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Oh! No, 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 no. Come on, man. Oh, shit. We gotta nuke our own troops. Oh, we're dead! We're dead! No! We fought so long and so hard. Oh, and this ship has to fight it out alone, man. The survivors fought bravely, but the Cylons prevailed. The Gunstar didn't resist. The few civilians left were wiped away by their forces. Dude. We got our asses handed. Oh my god, there's a whole bunch of unlocks we're getting. What is happening? It took me 6 hours to play through that. Let's see here. Complete the tutorial. Destroy 20 Cylon units with a single unit during a single battle. Beat number 5 the Clerk for the first time. Beat number 5 the Clerk for the first time with the Wanderers. This unlocks a new type of missile, the radioactive homing missile launcher. Destroy 10 Cylons with a single nuke. This gives us Fate. I think Fate is the meta progression currency. Have a civilian ship destroyed for the first time, of course. What doesn't kill you? Beat the Philosopher for the first time. Reveal a Cylon agent. Have 7 heroes in your fleet. Airlock a Cylon. Oh my god, make 3 emergency jumps during a single run, except for bosses and POIs and achieve victory. Destroy 5 Cylon units with a single explosive missile. Deflective plating. Unlocked it by trial. Elegy. Reach knowledge level 1. We've got the Gazelle. Oh man, dude, we are unlocking so much. I have no idea what... I think some of these are traits. Scorpio? Oh, dude, are we going to be able to do more runs? The Navarch. Oh god, it's happening. They're here. The Architect. The whole ship shakes as multiple missiles hit from all sides. Well, what are you doing? We failed. At least enjoy one last drink together. The ship's consoles blink red. Systems are not responding. Many silhouettes gather in the command center. Sir, what's going on? Why aren't you fighting back? Sometimes you have to admit, you can't save everyone. Dude, that was sick. And now we get to pick a new run. Oh, start with extra resources per run. And then at level 7, we unlock new knowledge. Dude, we're going to have to do some more runs this game. What are the compendium? Oh, dude, there's so much to unlock. Okay. We'll do another run. You sold me, baby. I love you all very much. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.